Thank you very much to the CEC for having us here tonight. Before I begin with the presentation, I need to share a quick story with you all that's extremely important. So if I could get a shh. As I mentioned, my name's Andrew Neiman, and I'm the Director of Biz Dev for SceneTap. But 2 years ago, I was not. 2 years ago, I was working at an investment bank in town when a former colleague and good friend of mine by the name of Jack Keenan invited me to come to this event. Jack is here, probably somewhere in that general area. And he's a proud supporter of the CEC and the startup community as a whole, and he invited me because he knew I had an interest in the space. And that night, I had the pleasure of speaking with a number of people who, whether or not they knew it at the time, were about to have a very significant impact on my career path. Successful business founders like Chuck Templeton, Matt Maloney, VC leaders like Jim Dugan, Kevin Willer, Lon Chow, all of which who actually gave me the time of day. And I kid you not, the whole night was so inspiring, so motivating, and overall so much fun that 1 week later, I quit my job and dove full-time into what you're about to see next. So I truly mean it when I say it's an honor and a privilege to be here 2 years later with the chance to say thank you to the very same room that gave me my start. And now for SceneTap. Okay. It's Wednesday night. You've got friends in from out of town, and you're responsible for planning the night for your friends. You're all at your place getting ready. You head out to your first bar of the night, and this is what you see. I know, and you turn to your friends and you say, guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on. It's been busy every time I've been here before. I swear, I swear. Scenario 2, you're going out after work for a drink with a client. Or you know what, better yet, you're going on a first date. And all you want is to find a place with a chill environment where you can get a table right away and have a decent conversation, and instead you walk into a place that looks like this. Slam from wall to wall. It's a situation we've all been in before, and it begs the question, wouldn't it be great if there was a way to know what the scene of that bar or restaurant was going to be like before you got there? And I'm not talking about reviews, I'm not talking about photos from nights past, I'm talking about real-time information on things like the crowd size, the gender ratio, even the average age of the folks that are there. Yes, it's true. Well, lucky for us all, the experienced and very hardworking team at SceneTap had this same idea just over 2.5 years ago when co-founders Cole Harper and Mark Doring were first working together at Accenture. Next slide, please. At that point, SceneTap began as nothing more than, I'm sure you can guess it, a napkin sketch. And I kid you not, this is the actual napkin from the back bar of Kincaid's in Lincoln Park on which the idea for SceneTap was born. Apparently some of you have been there. 6 months later, we had this. An application that was actually streaming live venue information from over 50 places in the Chicagoland area. Flash forward 2 years later, and we're now streaming live venue information from over 250 places across 10 different cities in the US. Now, how did we go from napkin to full-fledged business as quickly as we did? Well, it wouldn't have been possible without the advent of something known as anonymous video analytics. What you're seeing here on the left-hand side of the screen is a video feed from a sensor in a shopping mall that's aimed at the doorway. And as people walk through the doorway, it's able to detect that a face has entered the frame, and then the software makes its best guess estimate, which is roughly 90% accurate, on that person's gender and approximate age. I know, let it set in. It's real. Now, the important thing to note here is it's not actually identifying who you are. It's not taking a photo. It's not recording video. All it's trying to do is scrape what appears to be your anonymous demographic traits. So, now that you've seen what's in it for the consumer, probably asking yourself, what does the venue operator get out of this? Well, before SceneTap, if a venue operator did something like throw a martini special on a Tuesday night, that person had no way of actually measuring whether or not they were successful in attracting their target demographic. Let's say a martini special is supposed to cater to women in their late 20s. Well, how do you know whether you actually got the crowd you wanted? Flash forward to a bar with SceneTap, and now there's an empirical way to actually measure whether or not that event or promo hit what you were looking for. Next slide. As far as the media is concerned, we've been all over Times, Forbes, CNN, Wall Street Journal, you name it, we've been in it. And actually, we're most proud that Gizmodo, about 9 months ago, ranked us the 3rd best nightlife application on the market after Yelp and Foursquare. From a business perspective, our application has been used by over 340,000 people on the consumer side. And from a revenue standpoint, we're already working with some of the largest beer and liquor companies in the world. So I invite you, the next time you're out and looking for a spot to go, don't guess, don't text, just tap into the scene and download our free app for the iPhone or Android.
The winner of the inaugural Chicago's Coolest Startup Competition is, I don't even know, you got to tell me who it is. It is SceneTap. Congratulations, SceneTap. You need to hold this up. So we have this gigantic check. Hold your check here.
Thank you very much.
So on behalf of the CEC, 1871, and the Chicago entrepreneurial community voted for you, please accept this check, this gigantic check, in the amount of $1,000? Hold on. We have to improvise here for a second. Jimmy, we have a lot more than $1,000. We got to give these guys more. You cannot build the next Braintree on $1,000.
Wow.
So on behalf of the CEC, 1871, and all of you, we're going to give you $10,000, no strings attached, no investment, to build a great business in Chicago.
Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it.
Congratulations. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.